Okay, my name's Angela Green. I teach at Middlesboro Elementary School. I teach fourth grade. And one of the ways that we communicate with parents is through newsletters. And a problem that we had was that the kids never seemed to want to take the newsletters home. And they always, we'd find them in the trash and in the floor. And so our parents weren't really learning about what was going on in the fourth grade. So my idea was to create a student-published newsletter and have the kids actually publish the newsletter in hopes that they would increase their interest and that it would make it home. One thing that the student-published newsletter is, it went really well with the English Language Arts standards because the students were working on writing skills, interviewing, all the speaking and listening skills. And so it went with the Common Core really well. Before I started the newsletter in my research, I sent a survey home. I did a student survey and a parent survey. And these were some of the results. It says 54% of parents felt that communication between school and home could be improved. 15% of parents didn't receive the school newsletter. They didn't even know what it was. 15% of parents, 45% of parents only knew about events taking place at school some of the times. They would, tell you after the fact, well, if I would have known that was going on, I would have done something to help. So that was what we found. The students, 25% admitted that they never took it home, the newsletter home. 37% claimed they didn't read it. And they even said, 32% said their parents didn't read it. Okay, so my process, to start the newsletter, I chose 4 students. I consulted with the reading and language arts teacher, and I chose 4 students who were strong writing students, and they started the newsletter by conducting interviews. And the first one that we published was just pretty much what was going on in class, and so they kind of told what we would be doing that month. Then, after that, the next newsletter, they started taking pictures, and they would do like a write-up of things that were going on at school. Like if we had, like for Valentine's Day, we did a Valentine's Day social. And so they took pictures during that, and they talked to the other kids and got comments, and they learned to integrate, the dialogue and some of the interviewing process in their newsletter. And it just kind of grew from there. And what I've done in my PowerPoint is I've actually interviewed the students to let them tell you in their own words, the reporters, what they gained from the whole process. So I'm going to let them speak. Oh, here we go. All right. And this is my first reporter, Caden Grigsby. Uh-oh. It's doing something. It says it can't find my movie file. Can I try the next slide and see if it will? Okay. Well, I was going to let the kids tell you what they'd learned. I'm sorry. It worked on my computer. Well, they told about their favorite things that they enjoyed about it, what they had learned. They talked about one thing that I liked is because I want our kids to know their options, like for future careers. And I think that some of them kind of got just a little taste of what journalism might be like, and that may lead to a career for someone. So, and some of them talked about that. Anyway, all right. So here were my results. was there was an increased awareness of the newsletter. There was better home and school communication, more enthusiasm. The kids couldn't wait to get and see the pictures that their peers had taken of them during the events. And then interest in journalism. Some things I'm going to do different next year. I'm going to start earlier. I didn't get the first newsletter published, I think, till January. So I think that would be great to start at the beginning of the year next year. And I'd like to involve more students. My plan was to switch mid-year or bring more students in. So next year I would like to do that. I'd like to have time scheduled in to the master schedule so that way it would be more of an obligation that I had to do it. Going digital, I'd like to, put it on the webpage so that parents can go online and view the newsletter. Collaborate with the language arts teacher. They could probably help me with some of the writing part. And maybe include some artwork. Maybe include some of we're lucky we have music and art classes and involve some of that. But I feel like it was very successful. Is there any questions?